Hey everybody, this is Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in Rock, Oklahoma. How's it going? It's Monday. And it's not Manic Monday like it usually is, guys. It's gonna be a relaxing ASMR diamond painting stream. And I was actually not sure about the music on here like I had on the other ASMR diamond painting stream, because YouTube, good old YouTube, and their AI says, well, this is a copyrighted song. But I'm going with the song. I'm going with the flow. So anyway, I hope you guys out there in YouTube land are having a relaxing night. I hope you've had a positive day. I hope life's not dragging you down. I hope that you'll enjoy our time together. If you noticed, I have no camera on because I'm in my night clothes, and I just didn't want my ugly Jersey mug obstruct the beauty of the pictures we are going to create. So, no cam tonight. And maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, but thank you for joining me on my live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. Just by you being here is enough. And many positive vibes to you guys, and much love, as always. And even though you can't see my hugs, I'm going to give you one right now. Cyber hug. There you go. You know me and my cyber hugs. I can never give too many. So, this is an ASMR diamond painting live stream. Just relax and unwind with me. I'm sure you will. And if you guys, you'll get more out of the stream if you talk in the chat, in the live chat. The more you get involved, the more you'll get out of the live stream. So, let me just put something in the comments here. I don't know why I can't put my live stream title on my stream through Xbox. I'll do it on Twitch, but I won't do it on YouTube, and oh well. So I'm gonna just put it in the comment. Also, guys, I have a new video up. And you know, my mission, guys, I tried to spread awareness of addiction and mental illness, and all that, and we have to talk about it. I think we are talking about more, but it's not enough. So yesterday, I put out a video called Right Now, and you'll see the thumbnail. That's why we have to talk about mental illness right now. I'm almost done. Hold on. All right. Now, wait a minute. Am I? Well, that's wonderful. I put the comment on an old video. I'm trying, honey. I'm trying. I love you. I love you, honey. I had the best husband in the world, guys. I put him through so much, and he's a trooper. He's a trooper. I don't know why I can't. Alright, now I have to... Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to... No, that's not it. I know. This is just... This is turning into a Manic Monday night, guys, because, you know, I'm trying to put a comment down to explain to you what this is, and, it's not doing anything. And I got this phone, about a few weeks ago. I hate this new phone I got. I like my old phone, but anyway. First world problems, right? Who the hell cares? Oh, man. Alright. You know what? Let's just go with this, okay? If you don't know what this is, guys, just ask me in the chat. But I think it's self-explanatory what this is. It's a very loud Jersey ASMR diamond painting live stream. I'm just saying. I was actually gonna do you know, like a campy Bob Rossi type voice again, like I did with my other diamond painting stream and stuff, and I said, you know, nah, let's just use my raspy Jersey smoky voice. So, but thanks for joining me on my stream, guys. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Just by you being here enough. And you know, we're just gonna start with this emoji. How about that? Because things are getting pretty crazy around here right now. Alright. So we have 130 ones to do. So now, I haven't done this in a few days, so I'm out of practice. And I actually think my husband's controller's batteries are dying. But we'll find out. So tell me, guys, has anything interesting happened to you today? And what was it? Inquiring minds want to know. Like me. Our three little kittens, well now I guess, I mean they're getting bigger now. They're getting used to their new home. Osage, the black and white one, is still scared of me. Kickapoo is, well, half and half with me, and so is Cheyenne. You know, I think with Osage, when we first brought him in the house, Osage went underneath the drawer, and I went underneath the drawer, the dresser drawer, and actually like grabbed him, and he was a strong little bugger, and I tried to pull him out of the underneath the dresser drawer. So that's why he is very scared of me. But they're all comfortable, and where are we going here? Oh, there we go. You know, we're blessed to have Osage, Kickapoo, and Cheyenne as our addition to our tribe. You know. But there's times where Jim will say, all right, time to get him out. Like, no, it's so cold. It's still cold. No, give him another week. It's probably going to be colder in another week, right? So, I don't know. His excuse is, well, let them be cats. You know, and it's like, yeah, well, we can let them be cats in the house. But Osage, Kickapoo, and Cheyenne love their daddy. And Cherokee is very jealous, along with Pawnee. Lunar doesn't care, really. I mean, he'll smack him every once in a while, but he's used to them. He's used to being around all cats. So in a way, I guess he's trying to be a father figure to them. Or a big brother, so. Speaking of Lunar, he just came in the living room. There we go. Oh, we have 3 more left of the 7s, and we're done. There we go. Woo! Yay! You see where I have the A on this one picture? What does that look like to you guys? Jim saw that and stuff and said it looks like a man peeing. Oh, whatever. But anyway. I'm trying to do something easy. I guess we can do an apple. I I love this color blue. This color blue or the aquamarine, I love. Oh, is this a peach? I guess it is. Here, I'm thinking it was an apple. Well, I don't think this is a picture of a man peeing. So I don't know. Is it a faucet? Where am I going here? Oh. What is that? Is that a fish? A goldfish? Is that what it is? I guess it is. What is that? I don't see any eye for the goldfish, or a mouth, or gills, or... So what is it? Let me know in the chat. See, this is very time-consuming, these things. Oh, we were gonna do yeah, this is from the last stream. Well, we're just gonna continue painting. So I dedicate this picture to Dean, Motorbomb, Virginia, and my husband, Jim, because they play guitars. Motorbomb, Virginia is a guitar god in his own right. He's very humble about it. He's like, nah, I don't, no, not me. I mean, he could look like he could have been in Judas Priest, or Iron Maiden, or Motorhead, or whatever. So. And check out Motorbomb Virginia's coffee breakthrough. In the mornings, it's from I think 9:30 Eastern Standard Time to whenever it stops. They're a great bunch. And they're friendly, and they're very supportive, and Dean, Motorbomb Virginia, has been going through a lot, in his family, and everything, and, but we all are trying to lift him up at his time of need, along with his family. You know, because no parent should have to go through that. No, and so but check out Mobom Virginia's Coffee Breakthrough. You know, if you want some positivity to start your day, go over there, chat it up with people. You know, they'll welcome you with open arms. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. I didn't get started with the Coffee Breakthrough. I started with a guy named Ray. And I forgot his YouTube channel. Sorry, Ray. He was just hanging in my YouTube homepage. I said, well, let me check them out. And so Ray was my gateway to Mobom, Virginia. And then I latched on to Sick Bastard 71, Carney's Ride, Mike Ball, who Mike Ball is, if you like Tim Pool, Tim Cass, whatever, check him out as well. He's right after the Coffee Breakthrough. And there's actually a short of me, Mike Ball, Sick Bastard, Old Mac, and Mobom Virginia talk about me being a narcissist, or me denying I'm a narcissist, which I'm not a narcissist, guys. I'm not. Contrary to other people's beliefs, I'm not a narcissist. So, I'm just saying. Then there's Carrie's, then there's Carrie, who's Rob's neighbor. He flips motorcycles, like he fixes up old motorcycles. He goes to, like, you know, auto wreckers, dumps, whatever, and you know, fixes old motorcycles up. And he's a single father, and he's raising 2 boys. And I told him that he should be commended for that, because a lot of men don't do that. You know, and Gary stepped up to the plate to take care of his kids. Like any father should. But because of some circumstances, that doesn't happen. I actually should, you know, like make a video and shout out all these channels I go and watch and support and love and all that stuff. I have so many videos and unfinished projects I'm doing. I have on my computer, and I can't sit in my computer chair because it really jars my back, which is not good. You know, and then Jim has to deal with a lot of BS from me, right? And probably end up in the ER again. which we don't want to happen, but anyway. Road King, actually, too. Road King 2K1 is a great live streamer, and he streams GTA 5, and he plays it on PlayStation 5. Boo! PlayStation sucks. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, so I went on his channel for a little bit the other day, and I told him about how Jim and I, we were like Bonnie and Clyde. We were like the original OG Bonnie and Clyde in Los Santos on Xbox. And we used to do date videos, believe it or not. And I do have some date videos on my channel. But, yeah, we used to cause a lot of chaos and mayhem and stuff. And, my crew was called Saints and Sinners of Los Santos. SSOL. And we had a lot of members. A lot. But I haven't played GTA 5 in so long that, well, Jim said to me, moments ago, well, I bet you don't even remember how to play it. Oh, come on, really? No, I don't think so. I will still cause a lot of mayhem and destruction and craziness in Los Santos. The thing is, I bet you there's going to be a lot of updates to the game, and it's probably going to take 2 days to finish. You know. But that would have been cool if Road King and I could play together and cause a lot of havoc. You know. But he also plays like, he doesn't play Battlefield. He doesn't play, COD. You know, he plays like, Assassin's Creed and other games like that. And here we have it! This picture, this diamond painting, is dedicated to Dean, Motorbomb, Virginia, and my husband, Jim, Armored Saint. Love you guys. Alright, let's... Which one should we do next? What in the heck is that? It looks like a naked man or something. Oh, wait a minute. It's actually a fairy. I guess you know where my mind's at. There's a koala bear. Kickapoo is on the TV stand. Looking at the pictures and stuff. Alright. So here I'm thinking this is a naked man, or maybe like Adam from Adam and Eve from the Bible, and then I'm looking closer and it's a fairy. Yeah, I don't need glasses. Nope, I don't. All right. Let's do a unicorn. I actually have a unicorn tattoo on my back. I don't know why my notifications just went off. But so we made a lot of pictures within a 40-minute time. Oh, there goes Kickapoo. So, I started this game like a few days ago. You know, because I figured it was relaxing. You know, if you're stressed out, or say you're going through an anxiety attack, or you're depressed, or you're just, you know, you could just come on here. This game is on Xbox, it's on PlayStation 5, it's on Steam, maybe it's on the Nintendo Switch, but it's relaxing. And it puts your mind focusing on what you're doing instead of what you're thinking about. Now, I haven't tried this out yet while I'm having a panic attack, I will admit. But I feel like this could work. Along with, you know, like breathing techniques. It's like you go breathe in for 4 and then breathe out for 4, you know. And if this song is annoying, you don't even have to have the music on. You could just have the sound effects. You know what I mean? Because I will admit, guys, that this song does get annoying after a while. So. This sort of reminds me of Light Bright when I was a kid, right? Back in the 70s, we used to have a toy called Light Bright. Now, they still have Light Bright. Or some form of it. And all that. And so, in a way, this reminds me of Light Bright. And I got Light Bright for Christmas one year from Santa. So, you know, I was thinking just now, maybe I should get a Light Bright and actually, like, get one and have that part of my studio also. Because, like, with Light Bright, they had the pre-made, you know, pictures, you know, you put the pegs through, whatever, right? But they had, like, blank pieces of paper where you can make your own scenes. And I used to make, like, mountains and rainbows and, like, a mountainous scene and a forest and flowers and happy faces, smiley faces, you know. So, yeah, I think that's what attracted me to this, too, is it reminded me of Light Bright. I'm sure they still have Light Bright. I have to look that up on Amazon. There you have it. There's our unicorn. Isn't it just pretty? Yeah. But thanks for joining me on my stream, guys. I truly appreciate it. Just by you being here is enough. If you guys are going through a rough time right now, because it's the holidays, you know, please reach out. You can always talk to me on here. You can always reach out to the Crisis Lifeline and Suicide Prevention Lifeline. All you have to do is pull out your phone and dial 988. For you guys in the military, I salute you. There's a trained military counselor on call 24/7, and you press 988, then 1. It will connect you to the military counselor. We have to talk about mental illness more. We have to talk about addiction more. Especially now, like the holidays. I think we all feel like that at some time or another in our lives about the holidays. About maybe losing a loved one this past year, or even from years past or whatever. I mean, it can still affect you. You know, I think about my grandparents, you know, or my father. You know, and that passed away back in 2011. My husband and stuff. You know, because holidays are a special time for families and friends and, you know, good times and good memories and good food, and then when a death of a loved one or a friend, you know, it's like bittersweet. Or maybe you don't have anybody in your life, you know, and or maybe when you were growing up, the holidays weren't good memories for some reason, you know. And if you know anybody, you know, that's going through a hard time on the holidays or during holiday season, reach out to them. Show them that you care. You know, talk to them. Maybe invite them to your holiday celebration. You know, give them a little gift. Maybe a gift card to, like a restaurant or Amazon or something. Just to lift their spirits up and to know that they are being cared for, that they are loved, that they are thought about. I don't know if you guys watch this or not on YouTube. The YouTube channel is a news channel, and it's called East Idaho News. And they do a lot of Secret Santa stuff, and they're very popular. And when you watch them give gifts out from the Secret Santa, whoever the Secret Santa is, and the Secret Santa is actually living in East Idaho. Okay? That's what I found out from the reporter today. So they do live in East Idaho. But it makes such an impact when you watch these videos. It brings joy to your heart. It's emotional, you know, and makes me want to do more Secret Santa stuff and to give more. And it also shows that there are good people still in the world, that there is humanity in the world. The word human is still in humanity, but we still have to still bring in humanity. So that looks like an ambulance. That looks like an ambulance. In fact, I'm working on a video about my one trip to the ER, my second trip to the ER a few days ago. So check out East Idaho News. And they're awesome, you know. I'd rather watch that kind of stuff than just, like, say, you know, the quartering or some prepper stuff that a lot of times is doom and gloom, you know. So this is a cactus, and I think Crystal, she grows cactuses. She grows, they're not Christmas cactuses, they're rope cactuses, I think they're called. I forget. But my grandmother used to grow cactuses and have cactuses in the backyard. Has anybody ever had cactus juice? I have. And if you ever is out in the desert, like Arizona or Route 66 or whatever, and you find a cactus and stuff, you can actually drink the water that's in the cactus. Yeah. Yeah, I can say that I'm actually feeling relaxed and I'm unwinding, and my pain level right now with my back is terrible while I'm doing this, you know. And we're done. And we've been doing it for, what, an hour? And we made a lot of pictures. Right? So we made, I guess, an orange or a peach. I don't know what that is. Is that like a turkey leg? Is that what it is? I don't think it's a goldfish. We made an ambulance. Or a paddy wagon, but I think it's an ambulance. We made the crazy emoji. Made the unicorn. We made the cactus. We didn't do it. We made Donald Trump, but it wasn't from this stream. So, yeah. This reminds me of E.T. You know, the scene where, like, Elliot's finger and E.T.'s finger just, you know, they come together and they touch, and it's like, ooh, you know, you know. You know, this is going to be a large picture, so. But thanks for joining me on my stream, guys. I truly appreciate it. Just by you being here is enough. You know. A lot of people these days, they just want connection with people. You know. And a lot of people are finding it hard to connect with anybody anymore, especially in the real world. When you're out and about, going to stores or, you know, going to movies. Well, there's not many good movies out there anyway anymore. But or just, you know, going out to eat, because you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? It's sickening. But they just want to be around people. They want to connect with others. They want to just have a good time with others. They just want to just, you know, they want to be heard. They want to be seen. They want to be, you know, like, they want to know that somebody's got their back. They want to know if people really care. And that's why, like, I created the Queen's Light Brigade, so anybody can enlist in the Queen's Light Brigade and feel like they belong to something greater than themselves, to connect with others. You know? Just like Motobomb Virginia's coffee break crew. You know, it's the same concept. We'll lift you up. You know, we'll stand with you. We'll support you and help you in any way we can. You're not alone, you know, and if you're going through addiction and or mental illness and stuff, I've been in recovery from crack and heroin since 2004, alcohol since 2011, and I still go through my bouts with depression, anxiety, panic attacks, pain issues, whatever. You know? So I know where somebody's coming from. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not a certified drug and alcohol counselor, but I've been there, done that many times. You know what I mean? So we are trying to build a community, an army, to create a wildfire of change, to diminish the darkness in the world. And I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, guys, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. And the world's getting darker and darker and darker and darker. And more people are waking up about what's going on. People are acting more demonic. And it's not just in politics either. It's just people. I'm not just talking about people on Twitter, YouTube, whatever. You know, it's just... There's been a shift going on for a long time, guys. And it's a spiritual battle. You know, and I know what side I'm on. But I can tell you that when I was in my addiction, I was demonic. I went on the dark side a lot. Hell, they used to call me the devil's daughter. Michael Sweet from Striper actually called me the devil's daughter, okay? Because that's how, vicious I was and all that crap, okay? And I know what put me over that edge. When I was little, I went to Sunday school. I went to Episcopal Church, actually St. Peter's Church in Morristown. Then we switched over to Church of the Savior in Denville because it was closer and stuff like that. And I had more friends, from school and whatever, and from my baseball teams or whatever, going to that church too. But there was a time where, like, my father was sick. He was going through a lot of health issues. I didn't see him for quite some time because something happened between him and I years before. And all that. My father was an alcoholic, and my life at that time was baseball. I was involved with a lot of sports, but especially baseball. In Denville, New Jersey, I was like the second girl in 10 years to make it to the majors, the first girl to make it to the seniors. They were scouting me for a Babe Ruth league. Yeah, But then all that changed when I think I was like 14. I think 14, whatever. Where my middle school, Valley View School, said I couldn't try out because, they had a, girls softball team and blah, 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 blah. It's against the law, whatever. But then somehow they changed their minds, but it was all a ruse. I mean, I could go on and on about that and stuff, but, to them it was just a game. But that affected me along with, what was going on in my family, my father, and I just said, I started hanging around with the wrong crowd. I ran away from home. I did a lot of things, because I couldn't deal with my emotions. I couldn't handle life, and where was God in all this, And also my father's father passed away, which was a huge loss. I had a couple friends that passed away. One died. He died from a moped accident and stuff like that. He was 16. I had a friend that died from a freak accident. Actually, when I was playing baseball, I was up and the whole game had to stop because my friend Kristen actually was at the tennis courts. She was winding up the net, and the handle actually flung right back and hit her neck, and she died. She was on life support for a couple of days, and they, of course, the family did what they had to do. So I had all this crap in my life. I couldn't deal with my emotions. Where was God? Maybe I was starting to, have a lot of resentment towards God, or just question God, or whatever, and stuff like that. And I just snapped. I broke, and that's just what led me to the lifestyle. And being in a band, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. Come on, That's a trip, and that's a whole hell of a lot of fun for a teenager, especially for a girl that they wanted her more than the rest of the guys, because I was a handful of female drummers back in the day. And I partied with the best, jammed with the best, whatever, but that all broke apart. But the demonic still lingered. I was still in addiction. I still, had to go through what I had to go through. I should have been dead years ago, guys. And I know that for a fact. I was very bitter, angry at the world. Like the world owed me something. Like I didn't deserve half the stuff I was going through. Blah, 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 and whatever. And, all the while I knew God was watching over me. I still believed in God, guys. I still believed in God, even though I thought he really abandoned me, or just, you know what I mean? But he was still watching over me. He was waiting for the right time, because he knew he had a plan for me. And here I am today, streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and, trying to spread my message of hope and strength and inspiration to you guys. because I know how it all ends if you will continue to use drugs. The end result is death. You know, I already did my time in rehabs and detoxes and jails and all that. And I was that close to death. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to live either. I didn't care what would happen to me. But I know I wasn't living. I was just existing and living for the moment. You understand what I'm saying? And people, I feel like today, they you know, when they feel something just like that, they lash out on people. You know? They don't think about what they're saying. They don't think about what they're doing. Just like when I was on drugs. I mean, you know. Whatever I felt, you know, I did. I think what really brought me back also is I was grounded in the church. I went to Sunday school when I was a kid. I was confirmed in my church, okay? So it was basically, I was a prodigal daughter, let's say, okay? And I found my way back to God. And when I was ready, God opened his arms up and said, "Welcome home, Vicky. I've been waiting for you." It wasn't easy, and yeah, I fought God a lot. Okay? But, yeah, I still fight God sometimes, I'll admit. But God has a sense of humor, okay? He really does at times. Whether you believe it or not. Because sometimes he'll slap me with reality in a funny way. You know what I mean? I think I've when it comes to having a relationship with Jesus, I think I have a much more a relationship with Jesus. I feel like I've grown in my faith a lot, thanks to my husband, I'll admit. You know, we're growing together as a couple also. I teach him things